What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tracie Paige here with the latest and greatest in pop culture. Let's get right on into it. We're talking Rob and China. So I tried to tell you guys this a few podcasts ago. I saw this coming. I think we all saw this coming with Rob and Blac Chyn. It goes like, first came love, then came the marriage, then came the baby it's not yet in the baby carriage, but it's cooking. And in Kardashian land, what comes after that? A reality show. We all knew it was coming. We were just sitting around waiting for it. And what better way to put Rob back in the spotlight? He's been in the spotlight with Blac Chyn, but this is the better way to get him back out in the public's eye. I think to get him a job, because allegedly his finances aren't in order, or as successful as they used to be with the Kardashians when he was an active member on the series. And they're allegedly asking him and Blac Chyn for a 7-figure deal to do the docuseries. I believe is going to follow like the pregnancy, the wedding, all that good jazz. And so, Rob's a likable person. Like, okay, everybody knows they have your favorite Kardashian. And as far as the likable ones, it was always Rob and Khloe, at least my opinion. So I'm really happy for Rob. I'm happy that he found love. I'm hoping that he does not fall back under this spell of like this reality TV madness. And we don't know Blac Chyn. I think that's another reason to tune in. Like, how does she talk? What are her mannerisms? And how does she think? What kind of person is she going to be? Why did Rob choose her? Why did she choose Rob? And so I think this is going to be a little different. This is a new mix in the whole Kardashian brand. It was getting a little boring, a little one-noted. And so this is something cool. So Rob and Blac Chyn, this is a cool thing. Of course, there's not going to be all just smiles and giggles about everything. Allegedly, Khloe Kardashian is not too happy about this. I believe I told you guys before, she doesn't have a great relationship with China, and she's not really supporting their union and doesn't want anything to do with the docuseries of Rob and China. So, we'll see how that works out. Actually, it's just more drama for the show, so I'm sure it's going to work out well. And a little quick note about Khloe. Allegedly, Khloe is pregnant. Now, I don't play around with the whole P word or anything like that, especially with the ladies. I think it's quite mean to say somebody's pregnant when they're not. And so we'll just keep an eye on that. Again, allegedly. Hey, shout out to the ladies of the remake of Ghostbusters. They were all featured on a solo cover of Elle magazine, looking spectacular. If you're not familiar, those ladies are Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and I think the most noteworthy person to talk about in this real Cinderella story here is Leslie Jones. I'm sure a lot of you know her from Saturday Night Live, where she is absolutely hilarious. But I know Leslie from her comedy days and doing stand-up comedy, where she was just hilarious. I can't even think of a word. I just got to say hilarious. Leslie is just awesome. Like I said, I follow her for so many years, and she's come such a long way from being on the comedy circuit to Saturday Night Live, and now being in major motion pictures where she belongs. And so I personally cannot wait to see this movie. Again, check the ladies out on the cover of Elle magazine. And if you're like me, you'll be at the midnight show on July 15th. That's just a few weeks away. I cannot wait. So Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa got a divorce. When I first heard this, I was like, didn't this happen already? Or did they get married again and now they're divorcing again? But no, they never actually got their divorce, and it's final now. And in the settlement, Amber only left with $1 million, which I believe they said she was fine with. And of course, Wiz was fine with that. She's also going to be receiving, of course, child support for their son, Sebastian, at an amazing sum, I believe, somewhere over $14,000. And the two of them were seen at a local strip club, like celebrating their divorce. I guess that's the way to do it. Obviously they're still friends. I'm sure they're going to be great co-parents, and that's that. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm just like, this isn't over. I think I would not be surprised if after this is all, said and done, after the smoke settles, that the two of them, just might catch each other from across the room and be like, let's do it again. So I'm just going to say that Wiz and Amber Rose they're not together now, for now. So, did you guys hear about the guy who dressed up as an Apple employee, walked into an Apple store, and stole over $16,000 worth of iPhones? Like, how, Sway? Like, how did that happen? I'm really trying to put that in my head, because I know the first thing in my job, if there is a new person there, I'm like, hey, who's that? I feel like someone should have been like, that guy doesn't work here. Is he new? Are we training new persons today? Like, what's happening? And the other question that popped into my head was, $16,000 worth of iPhones? Like, how many iPhones is that? Like, that sounds like a lot of iPhones, but I kept reading and they said it was only 19. And that really just made me think, iPhones cost a lot of money. That's pretty much somewhere close to like $850 for each iPhone. I'm like, oh, he had to have been stealing pluses. So the moral of this story, everyone, be careful of your surroundings. If somebody's at work and you don't know them, please question it. And some very unfortunate news. It was devastating to see that the United States had to witness the largest mass shooting that we have ever had. Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida was the scene where a gunman took to the club and killed over 50 people and injured over 53 people. It said that it was a hate crime against the gay community. I honestly don't even know what to say. It's getting to the point where, you know, these mass shootings are becoming a little too frequent. In my short life, I can recall several, and each of them, of course, are unfortunate, and it's just so senseless. And I will never be able to understand how someone could put their hate over someone's life. It was sad to witness. I pray we get better. I pray we get better about gun laws. I pray that we can get better about mental health. And I just pray that we can get better as a country. My heart and prayers go out to, honestly, just everyone, because I honestly feel that America was affected by this. And I pray for a time where we don't have to have these news broadcasts and we don't have to have these moments. But again, my thoughts and prayers are with everyone.